you, love? Hope you had an awesome day. I enjoyed looking at your white leggings. The white bone cream outfit at World Cup was very nice. I saw a video of you leaving the stadium. Yes. Yep. Looking forward to it. Today, sorry, that was my arm moving up against this. This is making a noise. Sorry. I'm always like really self-conscious of you thinking I'm like having issues, but that's what was going on just now. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Today I wanted to get through part 1 of the 11 Q&A type questions. I'm gonna start at the second minute of this video, and hopefully I can do all my answers in under a minute. But it's gonna be kind of difficult because the questions are formed. So I guess all these are off the top of my head. So if I get 7 or 8 in, that would be good. All right, here comes the first one. 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's my biggest fear? That's the first thing that came to mind. My biggest fear is not being humble, being prideful, changing when I meet you in person. I know, how the industry can change people like that. And so I'm like, that's one of my biggest fears. Not that I would hurt you intentionally, but just the pressure of it all. I just don't want to change. That's my biggest worry, my biggest fear. I know you ground me, so as long as you hold my hand, I know I'll be okay. All right, next question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's my biggest challenge? My biggest challenge is my discipline when it comes to specifically things I need to do for myself. I'm so selfless. I'll do anything for anybody else. But when it comes time for myself, you see my hair, sometimes how I dress, I could care less. so that's one of the biggest issues, is like being consistent across the board, whatever I'm doing. When it comes to love, there's no problem. When it comes to family, but when it comes to myself, I put myself last. And that's how it's always been. Next question, third question. It's 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's my biggest need? My biggest need, if I say number 3, would be to be loved and shown patience. I say both of them because I haven't experienced things that a normal person of my age has experienced. I don't have a lot of the growth that you would expect at my age because of things I've gone through. So that somebody that can help balance that out and be patient with me while I'm trying to learn is ideal. And that's why I love you so much, because that's what you are to me. That's what you epitomize. Next question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question 4. What has hurt you the most? I'll put it that way. Number 4 question. Trauma in my life. I've been through a lot. Some of the things I can't talk about on here. I can't talk about it until I see you. But just trauma. So much trauma. My childhood and even into adulthood. And some of the things I've mentioned to you, other things because of, obviously knowing what's happened to me since I've been hospitalized and things that go with that. So it's all the traumatic experiences are my biggest nightmares. Anyway. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question 5. What brings tears to my eyes? Losing someone I love. And that goes for not only just you, family, friends. I've cried at not just funerals, I've cried at weddings. And I've cried at weddings because it's the loss of ego for the sake of connection. And I think that's one of the most beautiful and selfless things that a person can do is to martyr themselves egotistically just so they can be with somebody else and be whole again. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 6. Question number 6. Oh Lord, I'm running out of ideas. What's one thing I hate about myself? One thing I hate about myself is the fact that I have certain trauma that causes me to get, I have to be delicate with how I say this because you're taking it out of context. My reaction to things sometimes can be higher than what's even necessary. And I've developed that not only through environment, but through just pent up emotion. So that's what I would say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think this is question 8. I hope. I've been trying to count on this hand. Question 8. What is a big issue with me when it comes to relationships on my side? What is one issue I do that is not good in relationships? To me, my biggest flaw when it comes to relationships is my inconsistency. Sometimes I'll try, but then I'll forget, which is not good, and I'll beat myself up about it. But that's what I would say is just I hate not being able to deliver, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'd rather get in trouble. I do this all the time. I'd rather get in trouble than to miss a day talking to you. All right, 3, 2, 1. Question 9. What is my biggest fear when it comes to you and how I love you? My biggest fear when it comes to you and how I love you is not being what you thought. I am very shy. I am very, I can be very quiet. I don't do well in crowds. I'm very, I'm so sensitive. I'm hypersensitive. Not to the point where I'm spastic unless I'm tired. Which is not good either. But just, I'd rather be alone than be around people. I just like being with you. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 10. What could make me the saddest about us? The one thing that can make me the saddest about us once we get together is we focus too much on trying to be perfect for each other. I think that we're both, and I think that's the good thing about us, though. The good thing is we're accepting of each other so much to where, even though in our professional lives we want things to be a certain way, personally we let things, we are flexible, we're mutable, which is a good thing. All right, next question. So I'm not worried about anything like in particular. I know we're both, if I could just finish the statement, I know we're both perfectionistic when it comes to work, but just to make sure we have, and this is what I'm saying now, I just want to make sure we have on the table, making sure we're not bringing that energy into our personal relationship. Number 10, I think this is, I'll have to stop this one at the 12-minute, 30 seconds because I went over just now. Number 10, what's the one thing I'm afraid of? Sorry, my arm again, sorry. What was this? Sorry about that. My arm is just making one. Anyway, sorry. My biggest worry when it comes to our relationship is how I'll be accepted by your family. And I mean your children, your mom, your sisters, all of your sisters, Angie, Solange, Kelly, and Michelle, It's one thing to be here, it's another thing to be in person, and I'm very shy, and I can be kind of awkward socially because of it. So that's just one of my fears too. And number 11, because I think I missed one. I skipped. I think I did 6 and then 7. I didn't do 7, so I had to. If I come back again now, I have to do 11. And I'll stop this one I'll let it go until the 13th mark, and then I'll go into 14. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What would be the last one? The last negative, these are all negative, things that I would like. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you that too. I worry sometimes. but and I think that's, the good thing is, well, that's not a question, but I guess I'll just say that. I'll just talk at this point because I'm trying to get it within a minute. It's not working. There's so much I want to say, and I don't have enough time to say them all. So say everything. What question do I want to put that under? Yeah, I worry not living up to your expectation. I think that, but I think the good thing is we've talked so long at this point that we know each other, I would say, extremely well. On like a scale of 1 to 10, I would give us a solid 8, 9. And the good thing is we don't have to be outside all the time. Thank God, there's the privacy of inside, there's the privacy of, rooms, and just that, I will have to get adjusted to, not being around my family and being around your children, these are things I don't worry about in terms of being scared. Not like them, not like in a bad way, like I'm gonna, not like I'm gonna be hurt or anything like that, but just in terms of just making sure I not, it's more than just giving a great first impression. It's responsibility, it's reliability, it's consistency, it's everything that goes along with being a guardian. And I don't take that title lightly. I've seen, different things in my life. I've grown up, life for me has not been, how'd it go? Life for me hasn't been, I forget the expression right now because, I'll put it this way, life for me hasn't been a glass of champagne. There's been a lot that I've had to deal with, but I would never, ever want that to happen or wish that upon anybody or anyone. And my greatest hope is that I make your children happy, proud, feel loved, appreciated, respected, listened to, not just protected, but also the feeling of trustworthiness that they can come to me also if they have anything that they want, that they, that window is always, that I'm always available to talk to them about whatever concerns they have. And I know I can never replace the two of you in terms of, obviously, for the past, over 14 years of Blue's life, and the twins, obviously, as well, being 9. Obviously, there's an established foundation, which is a good thing, and I don't come to disturb that. I don't come to desire to, that's not my desire is never to step in the way. My desire is not to minimize the love, the passion, the values, the character traits, the morals, that you all have put in place for them, to have the security, in terms of not just protection wise, but also emotional security, not just financial security, spiritual security, and teaching them how to pray and teaching them how to be just good people, and it starts with, obviously with Blue being the oldest, she's the role, they look up to her, and I would never want to put her in a position where she has to choose or she has to feel as though, that I would that I would do anything that's not in her best interest, basically is what I'm trying to say. My only desire for all your children, all 3 of them, is that they feel they have good self-esteem, they feel confident, they feel proud and happy to be themselves, joy, just happy, joyful, loved, and just given the utmost care and support, if I could just put it, as straightforward as I can. And so, it's not, it may, and we'll have our days where possibly some days maybe better than others, because I'm not, Mr. Carter, but, I'm willing to do what I can do to always make them feel as appreciated as, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry, but as appreciated and respected, even if they don't to me, because of my appreciation for them and for all children. I would love them just like I love you, no matter what, and how they treat me or how they may just, for good, better, for worse, So it's just something I wanted to mention to you. All right, well, here come the waterworks again. But yeah, hope you